Alright, today we're going to be doing an alternator on a 2006 Subaru Impreza. This is relatively the same style as pretty much any of the EJ series engines. All you're really going to need is a 10mm for the 3 bolts that hold on, the 2 bolts and the nut that hold on the belt covers, followed by a 12mm for your tensioning bolt for the alternator bracket, and then also the belt tensioner is also 12mm. Alright, so we'll get her done.
Once he gets that skating down, he says, he's gone, because he says, he's got the shooting down. He says, he's natural on shooting. He says, once he gets that where he can pick up the different moves on the skate.
Loosen up the tensioner bolt, that goes into the actual physical alternator.
They have a local game that's,
don't take it all the way out.
Yeah. He'll be playing a couple games.
Check that the actual bolt itself is rotating. Recommend spraying it.
Pennsylvania will be coming up to us. Buffalo will be coming to us. Yeah.
Well, if you get one that's close, send me a text message.
Okay.
For free. We'll shoot
threads.
Okay.
And once we get that how it needs to go, I'm just going to swap it. Drill, press down, and you're going to loosen. As you can see, it drops the alternator. I'll bring it down as far as I can so I can minimize on any of the belt trying to get it on and off of that pulley. And you have access to the alternator. Next step is going to be to disconnect the battery either before or after. And that's going to be usually a 10mm. Just undo the negative side cable, flop her off, and then stick it behind so it doesn't accidentally make contact. Going to disconnect the 10mm that's holding the battery cable onto the alternator. I'm using air tool for this kind of stuff, just gentle does it. 10mm. And we're going to lift this off. You have your battery connected. This touches anything that's going to short out. You don't want that. Bad stuff happens to DC when you do that. Move that connector that's right there. It's just a simple 3-wire connector. Sometimes they have a tendency to break. Best bet to do is to use a flathead screwdriver. There are little tabs that you can see on the side of the connector. They're located right in there on both sides. So what we're going to do is we'll undo the connector itself by using the disconnect little push. So you're going to push that in, squeeze it, and then just gently kind of wiggle both sides to get it to slide off. They do break, so be careful. And then after we do that, we're going to remove the rest of the bolts. Start with this one. If your back plate connects or falls down in the back side, you should be able to access it after you pull the alternator out. Not a big deal. And then this one, just take it right off. Make note of how it's actually positioned. That whole tensioner assembly is positioned in there. It should be the holes actually facing on towards the passenger side or the right of the vehicle. And this should just lift right out. There's your alternator. New alternator. Move all your tagging and what have you. It's just as easy as grabbing that bad boy out of there. On the alternators, if you have a difficulty trying to get them out, if you can notice on the back side here, well, let's see if you guys can see that here. So right here is actually it's essentially like a metal spacer that's kind of pressed in there, but it's actually made to move in and out. So when you tighten that alternator up, that'll actually suck that in and make contact against the back of this bracket, so it kind of also helps keep it locked in place. So if you have a problem pulling out the old one, sometimes it helps just to get a like a small pry bar or a small pry bar or some sort of chisel and just kind of lightly tapping on that to get it to recess back in. Or if you're putting a new one in, or replacing your old one and it's having a hard time settling back on there, just do the same thing. You're just gonna gently tap it out that way. Gently though, because you can always take a chance of snapping that little ear. So the installation is going to be pretty much the reverse. And it helps if you do this side first. And all you got to do is just kind of finger tighten it on until she starts to get a couple threads on there. Sometimes it takes a couple. You're going to essentially get this put through and back in. And we're going to line it up with that other ear on the alternator. Start it, bring it right in until it's relatively finger tight against the actual slider there. That might secure it in place a little bit. And just gently bring it down. I'm going to reinstall the belt. Goes around just the outside pulley of the harmonic balancer, around the power steering pump, and then back over the alternator just like that. Make sure she's seated in all the teeth of the pulleys. Do that visually, alright? And then we're going to tighten this up. And usually you want to go to about a quarter to a half inch, a quarter to 3/8 worth of slop. This guy. Don't want to go too hard on the one that's actually there because you take the chance of stripping that bolt or breaking that bolt. So just get it so it's relatively tight, and then just hand tighten it just so that it's snug. And undo the bolt. Battery cable. Place that on there. Bring it back on and tighten it down. This looks like it's a 12mm instead of the 10mm that was on there. No biggie. Just hand tighten these. You don't need to use an air tool because that's how you break stuff. These do have a little plastic collar protector that's around them. Take connector. Make sure she's squarely on there and lined up with the tabs, and just push until she clicks into place. Give it a little bit of a wiggle test, make sure it's secured, and reconnect your battery and you're done. At least with that partition. And then we'll reinstall the little safety cover. Slip that on. And then rotate. If I can get it out more. There we go. 10mm. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain. Okay. Get this started. bang. I'm gonna tighten back up that alternator bolt. Okay, that's secured. We'll replace the belt cover. And that slides on. Reason for the long start is because the battery is disconnected. Subarus do a restart procedure, so once you pull that battery, it's essentially it clears check engine light, resets all your monitors, essentially just resets the ECU. So essentially what that does is you're going to have a long start from the first time you do that, but like if I turn this off and turn it back on, it won't do that. So other than that, that was about what, a 15-minute repair. It's about the easiest thing you can do on a Subaru. So thanks for watching. Good luck. Subscribe. Have a good one.